Welcome back to the 2024 Quincy Shootout in game number 2. Link Academy, the number 4 ranked team in the land, taking on Faith Family, who's looking for a little revenge against this squad here at the Quincy Shootout this year. Alongside Brian Shoemaker, I'm Charlie Hull. This is the Great Rivers Bank pregame show on Central Illinois Sports. Wasatch Academy got the win in the opener. Here it's Link Academy and Faith Family. We'll talk more about the matchup on the other side of this timeout.
Are you looking to streamline your banking? Great Rivers Bank has just what you need with our streamlined checking and savings accounts. Earn high interest rates or get cash back on debit card purchases with your qualifying account. Plus, ATM fee refunds. Certain qualifications required. Call or visit our website today at www.greatriversbank.bank to get started. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hey, grab me one too.
The thing for me that really separates DOT, senior leadership and the owners of the business really focus on employee engagement.
We have some of the best people managers.
The Tracy family, senior leaders throughout the business, really all of our leaders care about the employees that work here.
And that allows for a lot of families to come work at Dot Foods, and I think that's part of it, is being able to have all those different schedules and the flexibility to be able to move things around when life happens.
Welcome back on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show on Central Illinois Sports. Link Academy, Faith Family matching up here in game number 2, which should be a tremendous matchup here. The Lions of Link Academy 12-4 on the season, 12-10 for Faith Family. Faith Family, Dorian Onwuchekwu, we remember him from last year. He's a 6'10 senior now, signed with Colorado, headed to Prime Country. And that Isaac Lames, the 6'2 junior, committed to Texas A&M Corpus Christi. A couple of highlights. And then for Link Academy, the list is long, as it is just about every year. James Brown, you remember him. He played for St. Rita last year, the 6'9 senior, committed to North Carolina. Trey Johnson, the 6'6 senior, signed with Texas. He's the number 4 ranked player in his class by 247 Sports. Also, T.O. Barrett, the 6'5 senior, signed with Mizzou. LeBaron Fillon, the 6'4 senior, signed with Kansas. Jalen Shelby, the 6'8 senior, signed with Arkansas. And Jasper Johnson, the 6'4 junior, he's got offers from Kansas, Kentucky, UNC, Baylor, Missouri, and Louisville to his name, and the number 12 ranked player in his class. Good crowd forming here at Blue Devil Gymnasium. Well, Brian Shoemaker joining us in just a little while on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. Glad you found us today. Tell your friends they can watch all the games from this Quincy Shootout right here. With the exception of the game at Vashon tonight, I do want to clarify on that. We don't cover the game at Vashon, just the games in Quincy for the Quincy Shootout. That single game with the Burlington School and Vashon will be played there. Vashon usually does stream that on their NFHS feed, so check that out a little later. Let's step aside for a timeout to hear from some of the sponsors who are helping bring this game to you on Central Illinois Sports.
Every day, banks touch every corner of our lives. They support us when we turn life's goals into accomplishments. Goals like opening a small business, buying a home, planting a crop, having a baby. From your first car to life after retirement, Central State Bank is there for all of your life's milestones. CSB is central to your banking needs. Visit us in Clayton, Kinderhook, Pittsfield, Pleasant Hill, and Quincy, or at csb123.com. Central State Bank wishes all of the teams well on the hardwood this week.
Is predator hunting your thing? Game Masters has you covered. We have way more than just deer and turkey hunting gear, safes, clothes, and gifts. Come check out our predator guns, calls, decoys, lights, traps, binoculars, bipods, tripods, and shooting sticks. Don't forget your thermal and night vision, rifle scopes, trapping equipment, and supplies. Whether your next game pursuit is big or small, runs or flies, Game Masters has what you need to get the job done. We're passionate about the outdoors.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You've heard that phrase many times. And Rod Prentice in Pittsfield, your State Farm agent, is the guy you can count on to be your friend and neighbor in the insurance business. He has a complete line of insurance available for you from State Farm Insurance. You can reach him at 217-285-6930. Our family trusts Rod Prentice with all of our insurance needs. Stop by their office on Washington Street and see the girls. And Rod Prentice, your State Farm agent, 217-285-6930.
I'm Chris Nichols with PCRE Real Estate and Auction here in Pittsfield. For 15 years now, I've been specializing in selling farmland and hunting properties along with homes and commercial real estate. Whether it's helping a seller get a premium price out of their home or assisting a buyer to find the farm of their dreams, I pride myself on providing elite customer service. Give me a call today at 217-473-3777 if I can help with any of your real estate needs. Or feel free to jump on our website at pcrerealestate.com.
Welcome back on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. Link Academy and Faith Family warming up in preparation for this contest. Link Academy, of course, the reigning national champion. They won the Geico Nationals last year, but a lot of new names for this squad, Brian, but it doesn't seem like the talent has dried up for Bill Armstrong as his squad has reloaded again for this year.
I don't even know if you get to call it reload. I don't know what it is when you just have a constant supply of high-powered ammunition. It's not reloading. It's just regenerating. I don't know what it is, but it is something at Link Academy, and Bill Armstrong and his team absolutely have it year after year. We have seen some fantastic talent come out of this team, Charlie, over the past couple of years, and it's become a very fan-favorite team here at the Quincy Shootout as we get to see some more fans filing in here, and we'll expect to see more as we'll get to see this Link Academy team twice this weekend. But as you said earlier in our last game, Charlie, high-caliber talent from top to bottom on this team.
For Faith Family, again, a very talented squad. 12-10 on the season coming into the contest here tonight. But Brandon Thomas, man, this guy can flat-out coach the game. And even though maybe not quite the talent we saw from them a year ago, and they're kind of battling through some different things, this is still a very high-caliber program that Faith Family brings each and every time they step on the court.
Yeah, Brandon Thomas really has this team dialed in, and we've really started to see them, like you said, Charlie, maybe a little bit of ups and downs this season, but this team really starting to figure some things out now that we've got past the Christmas break. You see a lot of height over there on that side for Faith Family, Charlie, a lot of height and a lot of length. You see some of that here with Link as well, but if you're going to look at different parameters that you're going to start judging these teams on, you've got a lot of length here on Faith Family, and hopefully maybe we'll see them cause a few problems here for Link Academy and make them have to rethink some things on the offensive side.
Link Academy putting together quite the dunk contest here on their end of the court as well, and kind of fun to watch. That's why you should bring the kids out to the Quincy Shootout if you're in the immediate area. It's worth your dime for sure. You can get tickets for just $10 to sit in the upper part of this facility?
It's $6 tonight. I think
$6?
It's $6 tonight to watch Link Academy and Faith Family and Wasatch and Quincy High and everyone that you're going to see here. I believe it's $12 tomorrow gets you in the upper bowl, as the lower bowl is now technically sold out per the website.
Should be a lot of fun. Let's step aside for a break here. When we come back, we'll take a look at the farm and home supply starting lineups next on Central Illinois Sports.
This is Colt Mixer from Mixer Lumber Company in Clayton, Illinois. We have been selling grain bins for over 40 years. Our company provides years of experience, service, and quality products you can count on. GSI Grain Bins are a trusted company and are now offering their winter discounts. This is the time of year to order your new GSI grain bin. Mixer Lumber Company, where we treat people the way you want to be treated. Give us a call at 217-894-6412.
Are you tired of being caught off guard? Slipping up in a winter storm? Don't let this be you. Say goodbye to shovels that break faster than your New Year's resolution.
Well, before the snow falls, visit your local Farm and Home Supply, your one-stop shop for everything winter. From snow blowers to a sturdy snow shovel. From different size ice scrapers to ice melt. And from sleds to hats, gloves, coats, bibs, and a lot more, we got you covered.
Warning, finding everything in one place may lead to extreme joy and the absence of disappointment. Farm and Home Supply is not responsible for spontaneous snowball fights, increased snow angel production, or the overwhelming desire to hug your snowblower.
Let's take a look at the Farm and Home Supply starting lineups for you here on Central Illinois Sports. Farm and Home Supply, man, they really have it all, especially during this winter weather. Snow blowers, snow shovels, caps, scarves, gloves, lots of good Carhartt materials for you as well at your local Farm and Home Supply and online at farmandhomesupply.com. First of all, for the visiting team today, that's Faith Family. 12 and 10 are the Eagles on the season. They'll start a 6'5 junior, Lamont Hartfield. A 5'11 senior, Jazz Henderson, and a 6'2 junior, Tasheem Gary. A 6'2 senior, Isaac Williams in the starting lineup, as is the 6'8 sophomore, Davion Atkins. Atkins, Williams, Gary, Henderson, and Hartfield for Faith Family. For Link Academy, Trey Johnson starts, the 6'6 senior. Also in the starting lineup, we see the 6'4 junior, that's Jasper Johnson. The 6'5 senior, Antonio Barrett, joined by a 6'8 senior, Jalen Shelley, and the 6'9 senior, James Brown. Brown, of course, committed to North Carolina. We saw him last year with St. Rita. And not to bring up the past, but man, that St. Rita program has fallen on some hard times.
That's a whole other story for a whole other day. As Morez Johnson has transferred now to Thornton, and Nogus Indrisitis has left and went back to, I believe he transferred to a team in Indiana, Charlie.
Yeah, I mean, that was a powerful grouping they had here last year at the shootout, and it fell apart in a hurry for that St. Rita squad. Too bad. They were a lot of fun to watch. But James Brown has landed on his feet here and finds himself at Link. And when we talked to Bill Armstrong, he talks about just how competitive this squad is up and down the lineup. And how much fun it is, Brian, just to get to go to practice with these guys every day.
Oh, Bill Johnson's talked to us about that with the guys at Link. He said every day of practice is just a high-level, intense workout. And it's got to be when you've got this level of kids. And you've got guys on the bench, Charlie, that you talked about. These are high-level players that could probably be standouts almost at any school they maybe came from. But when you come here, you're sitting on the bench, and that's not a bad bench to be sitting on.
James Brown will jump in the center for Link Academy. He'll be squaring off with the sophomore, Davion Atkins, the 6'8 sophomore for the squad from Faith Family. Travis Guess, our lead official, steps into the center circle, and he says, hey, guys, as he looks up, peers to the taller young man, and the tip is up and controlled by Faith Family. The Eagles back after an appearance here at the Quincy Shootout a year ago. Fun team to watch. Deep squad. They'll get it out top to Williams. Pass it off on the left-hand side now to Henderson. Jazz Henderson, that's a name you remember from a year ago. He's now a 5'11 senior. Here's a dribble drive by Hartfield up and in amongst the trees of Link Academy. And ball knocked out of bounds. Might have drawn some contact. No call on the first dribble drive to the rim in this game.
You've got to appreciate Hatfield taking the basketball to the rim, but really ran into the land of giants there and nowhere to go. But maybe just trying to make a statement as we get an official's whistle here.
And we have what happened? Oh, got a little blood on an arm already. Huh. We'll see. Into the contest for Link Academy, Andre Iguodala, the 6'6 junior. Inbounds pass comes out front, is tipped and run down by Henderson. Ball comes out front now to Hartfield. Gives it off to his teammate in Williams. Dark uniforms here for Faith Family. Pass to the wing and a three right at the end of the shot clock, no good. And the rebound pulled down by Antonio Barrett. Pushes into the front court, finds Brown with a nice catch, and he'll lay it up and in for two. And the Lions with the early 2-0 advantage. Very quickly into the front court. Here's the ball now stolen away. Barrett with the slam. A steal and a slam for Antonio Barrett. And Link Academy's defensive pressure. That's what they hang their hat on, Brian.
Well, and that's something to be said because the offensive ability of this team is really phenomenal. And to say we hang our hat on defense is a whole other thing altogether.
Here's a ball knocked out of bounds. Quickly back into the contest. Jalen Shelley will return. He'll sit down Iguodala. Referee wanted to make sure the young man got all the way to the scorer's table. There are two here at Blue Devil Gymnasium, so sometimes that's a little confusing. Bounce pass to Atkins. Off his teammate out top. Now Henderson on the right side to Hartfield. He'll drive in. Shot put up in the paint is no good. Rebound down low. Kick back out of the wing. Right side Jazz. Henderson three won't fall. And the rebound secured by Link Academy's Jalen Shelley. Man, they're quick into the front court, aren't they? Barrett leads the charge. Out top for a deep three. Trey Johnson with the tray. True to his name that time, and Link Academy leads 7-0 out of the gates, and Brandon Thomas wants the timeout. The Adams Network timeout, 7-0 Link Academy, off and running early on Central Illinois Sports. .6:22 to play in the first quarter, and Link Academy out and running early, and Brandon Thomas is trying to get his team settled down and settled in to this contest. Faith Family with a length of the court to go. A couple of turnovers here for the Eagles. Trying to take a little better care of it as Tashim Gary has it in the backcourt. Now they'll work it across to Hartfield, right side three. Won't fall, and the rebound pulled down by Johnson for Link Academy. Into the front court, into the corner. Trey Johnson, another three, this time too hard. Brown runs down the rebound on the offensive side to Shelley. Quickly back into the corner. Another look for three. This time it's Antonio Barrett. It's an air ball. The rebound on the other side to Isaac Williams. He wants to push into the front court. Hangs in the air, draws the contact, and gets the and one opportunity here as he puts the Eagles on the board for the first time in the contest.
Shelley will grab the foul. That's going to be his first personal foul. Team first of the contest against Link comes at 5:51 as Shelley will go to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play attempt here. First points of the game for the Eagles as they trail 7-2 here on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Three-point play is up and good. Gives Shelley his first three of the ball game, and Link comes down quickly on the offensive side of the floor.
The Lions wearing the white uniforms here on this Friday afternoon. Happy Friday the 19th to you. Pass on the wing. Good look from the corner. Barrett, no good. Rebound batted around and out of bounds off of the Eagles. It'll stay on this end with Link Academy. As it'll be off in the corner. Right in front of the Rylander men, Steve and Carl. Good to see Carl out and about.
There we go.
Long-time Blue Devil fan. The Quincy Blue Devils, if you're not familiar, have one of the most history-rich programs in, well, really across America. Especially here in the land of Lincoln. Here's a three on the way. Jasper Johnson, no good. And the rebound is secured by Link Academy's Atkins. Into the front court right side. That's Dorian Onwuchekwu in for the first time. We saw that he was sporting a little bit of a bandage on that left hand, wrist, thumb area, and his pass was too high into the backcourt and it over and back on Faith Family.
Yeah, third turnover of the contest here against the Eagles. We don't see Onwuchekwu in the starting lineup tonight. He able to throw down a couple of dunks in the pregame warm-up, so it must not be bothering him too much, Charlie.
Good player. We remember him from a year ago well. Here's a three on the way from the wing, up and good. That shot by Jalen Shelley, and it's a 10-3 Link lead.
6 points on the afternoon for Jalen Shelley.
Onwuchekwu in the corner right side. Shovels it off. Here's a three put up and no good by Williams. Rebound heads the other way to Jalen Shelley. Pass in the corner, left side. Jasper Johnson from downtown.
Shooters abound for Link Academy as Jasper Johnson gets his first three of the ball game. It's a 10-point lead for the Lions.
4:30 to play here in the first. A little up and down pace here as the ball now swiped away by Antonio Barrett. He'll find Johnson on the run with the left hand, up and in. Long pass leads to the layup, and we get an Adams Fiber timeout for fast, reliable internet that doesn't buffer. No matter what life throws at you, it's Adams Fiber. Learn more at followthefiber.net.
Every day, banks touch every corner of our lives. They support us when we turn life's goals into accomplishments. Goals like opening a small business, buying a home, planting a crop, having a baby. From your first car to life after retirement, Central State Bank is there for all of your life's milestones. CSB is central to your banking needs. Visit us in Clayton, Kinderhook, Pittsfield, Pleasant Hill, and Quincy, or at csb123.com. Central State Bank wishes all of the teams well on the hardwood this week.
I love training. I like to help people improve on their tasks. That food has been providing everything for me. They just treat you so well. When my life needed an opportunity, I chose that.
Well, Brandon Thomas and the Faith Family Eagles are taking a barrage right now from this Link Academy squad. Find themselves down early 15-3, Brian. And it's really not, a couple of turnovers for Faith Family, but more about what Link Academy is doing right so far. Good ball movement, good pressure on the defensive end.
Yeah, really starting to get some things going here and really starting to flow offensively well. And, of course, getting a couple of turnovers that they've turned into some quick baskets never hurts to build up that early lead.
Gary with the ball into the front quarters. We're back to live action. Finds Onwood Chekwu in the post. The big man goes to work. Shot up no good. And the rebound pulled down by Barrett. Pass into the front court to Johnson. Had to save it inbounds. Out top with it, Antonio Barrett. No look pass in the paint to Brown. Kicks it right back out to Trey Johnson on the wing. Halfway home in this first quarter. 15-3 Link Academy. The Lions with a loud roar here to start the game. Here's Johnson off of the 1 foot. Fadeaway no good. A rebound is secured by Davion Atkins. The young sophomore has been active. Here's Williams on a drive, and we'll see a blocking foul, and it looks like Travis Guest tells us we'll see 2 shots coming up on the miss.
Foul is going to go against Jalen Shelley. That's going to be his second personal foul of the basketball game. It'll be the second against Link here in the first quarter. 3:41 left to go as Isaac Williams will step to the free throw line for the Oak Cliff Faith Family Eagles. First shot is up, in and out of the rim on the left side is no good. Substitutes coming in for both sides. As we'll see Lamont Hartfield come in for Faith Family, and it's a line change on the other side for Link Academy. We'll try to get everybody here as we can go, including Brandon Benjamin, number 24. Andre Iguodala checks back into the contest, and a couple of more that we'll get here after the second free throw, which rolls around and goes down. Williams has 3 on the day.
Makes it a 15-4 score. Playing the point is Trey Johnson now. He's the lone man to stay out on the floor. Pass on the right side came to Iguodala. Now to Shelley for 3, no good. And the long rebound run down in the corner by Henderson.
TJ Stutley has checked in also, Charlie, number 5 for Link Academy. And we also see the 5th man looks to be Jackson Ford, number 22.
He's a 6'8 senior. 3:11 to play in the first. Faith Family trying to run a little offense here against the long, aggressive defense. 15 seconds on the shot clock now. Out top, Isaac Williams. On the right wing to Hartfield. They're trying to feed the ball to the post. Double team comes the way of the big man Atkins, and they'll say he dribbles it off of his own foot out of bounds. 5th turnover by the Eagles.
Just a swarming defense from Link Academy. We saw that on the very first play of the game, Charlie. Hartfield tried to drive in, got quadruple teamed. They get the basketball within about 6 or 7 feet, and every Lion within the pride just comes a running.
It's a good way to put it. This is a team that's not afraid to play on the defensive end. I think that's what helped propel them to that national championship a year ago, Brian. Here's a ball now stolen away into the front court, and Hartfield just never really could secure it. He gets called for the travel, and Brandon Thomas says he wants to put a new man into the game, and for the first time we'll see Jacob Walker in.
Well, Hartfield was looking ahead. He saw the guy there, thought he might have the opportunity to get the tip pass, and, of course, Link just found their way into the passing lanes, and he ended up stumbling for the traveling violation.
Here come the Lions into the front court. 2:30 to play in the first. Ball comes on the left side to Stutley. TJ Stutley is a 6'4 senior. There's a lot of seniors on this team. Here's a 3 on the way now. Andre Iguodala.
His first basket of the contest. 18-4 lead.
There's a dribble drive in. Reverse layup up and a nifty move that time by Isaac Williams.
He's got 5.
5 of his team's 6. 2:07 to play in the opening quarter. Johnson gets the ball back on the pass from Stutley. Now back to Stutley as they play a little pitch and catch, trying to get this defense moving around for Faith Family. You can just tell that Onwood Chekwu for Faith Family isn't quite right. He's usually a high-energy guy for them, but he's just a little hampered as a pull-up jump shot goes for Trey Johnson, his second made basket of the contest. That one goes along with a 3 for his 5 points. Onwuchekwu with it out top. Dorian Onwuchekwu is the 6'11 senior. We told you he's headed to prime country.
Oh, boy.
Colorado. Boulder. It's nice this time of year. They'll get the ball to Onwuchekwu with 13 seconds on the shot clock. His pass is tipped and stolen away here. Taken away by Brandon Benjamin. He'll get it to Johnson. Back to Benjamin. Blocked out of there by the sophomore Atkins. Long pass into the front court. Run down here by Faith Families Williams. And he'll be fouled.
Foul on the floor will go against Link Academy. I believe that's going to go against number 22. I think that went against Jackson Ford. For Ford, that will be his first personal foul, third of the quarter here against Link. We've still got a minute and 8 seconds left to go here in the first quarter, Charlie.
Kingston Willis in for the first time. Sorry about the fans trying to get settled in right in front of our camera location. Here's a shot, but up no good. Rebound is secured by Iguodala. I feel like I've heard that name somewhere before. Andre Iguodala for three, no good. And the ball knocked out of bounds. It'll head the way of Faith Family.
I heard he was old war captain on a boat, Charlie. I think that's what that was. No, I of course, Andre Iguodala of Springfield Landfear, and eventually a world champion with the Golden State Warriors. And we got to see him a few times in high school back in the day, and I'm dating myself getting to say that I got to see Andre Iguodala as a high school player. But, man, what a talent he was right off the bat, Charlie.
You're seeing him again as a high school player.
Seeing him again as a high school player.
Probably never would have guessed that to happen, would you have? Bright, shiny light at the opposite end.
What do we got going on over there?
I don't know, but it's blinding. I can't see the court. At top of the Link Academy with 34 seconds to play in the opening period. They'll work the ball down low. Jackson Ford had it knocked away. It goes off of Faith Family out of bounds. It'll be Link Academy basketball on the baseline. Hey, little camera light on top of that. The big blinking light. Turn it off. Excuse me, sir. Your headlights are on in the outfield at the Little League Park. Can you turn those down, please? Johnson with it on the dribble. He'll shovel it across to Iguodala. Back to Johnson from the Blue Devil. Deep three, no good. And the rebound is secured here by Faith Families. Jacob Walker.
Shot that almost from TCBY down at 18.
Out top, Williams now with 8 seconds to play. Shot clock turned off. He looks at the clock. The one on the top of the backboard is not running. Now 2-1. It's an air ball. And they are still having a little clock issue here internally at Blue Devil Gym. But after one, it's Link Academy 20, Faith Family 6. Second quarter play-by-play your way next.
Best Systems Insulators offer insulation for homes and commercial buildings throughout central Illinois and the surrounding areas. We take great care to ensure that the insulation products we use are the best fit for our clients and their project. We understand that different buildings have different needs and that each of our clients has a unique set of goals. Let us work with you to find the best solution for your next project. Call Best Systems Insulators at 217-285-6005. That's 285-6005. Or visit them online at GoBestSystems.com.
I have to speak to you about something that is concerning me. Heard you and your mother talking about this Arlo fella.
You're dating someone?
Yeah.
Dad, Arlo's the name of the new security cameras that we got from our service provider. Arlo's not a boy.
Oh, boy.
Ah, not a boy. Apparently, we just learned that it's a camera named after a boy. Why don't you name it Peter?
After one, Link Academy has been as good as advertised. They lead Faith Family 20-6.
Faith Family shooting 2 of 14 from the field so far, Charlie. 0 of 6 from behind the arc. On the opposite side, the Lions shooting 50% from the field. 8 of 16, shooting 4 of 10 from behind, 19-9. As they've got the large advantage here to begin the second quarter. You're watching it live on Central Illinois Sports, live from the 2024 Quincy Shootout. Charlie Hull, Brian Shoemaker here. We'll be joined by Jack Hull and Damon Emmerich tomorrow, but they're also live at Quincy Notre Dame for 4 contests. You can put one on your TV, one on your tablet, and keep track of both tonight as we've got high-level action at both gymnasiums.
Yeah, best matchup there, probably Lee Summit West and Chicago Simeon. Simeon not quite maybe the firepower as you've seen from them as they're going through a little bit of a coaching change there after the legend Bob Smith decided to step down, but still a high quality program as Onwuchekwu sniffs out the lob. Ball into the front court. Kick to the wing. Three-point shot. Good look. Won't fall. And the rebound pulled down to Link Academy's Jalen Shelley. Shelley will turn and take it himself into the front court as we're just underway in quarter number 2. Attacks the rack. Right at Onwuchekwu, and a big collision there, man. As he ran into Onwuchekwu, and he is holding that shoulder. You don't like to see that.
Shelley is down in pain. The foul is going to go against Onwuchekwu.
And
that'll be his first, team first of the quarter.
Doran Onwuchekwu was a 6'11" senior. He's a big, strong kid, too, and he wasn't trying to do anything. He was trying to block a shot, happened to come down to the shoulder of Shelley, and Shelley will get up and try to shoot these 2 free throws now through that discomfort. First one on the way won't go for him. Sub into the game for Faith Family. Davion Atkins returns as Onwuchekwu sits down. I like Atkins. He's aggressive on the rebounding side for this Eagles team.
The Eagles are aggressive all around. It's not an issue that they're not a quality basketball team, Charlie. It's not that they aren't trying hard. It's just that, darn, Link Academy is really good right now. I mean,
yeah,
there's no other better way to say it here. We know Faith Family is a good program here. As the second free throw is up and no good, the rebound comes down to the Eagles.
Eagles into the front court. Pass to the wing. Three-point shot. Williams won't go. And the rebound down to the Lions. Quickly into the front court. Filan. He'll work it to the wing. Shelley. Filan gets it now back top of the key. Ball gets reversed on the right side. Antonio Barrett throws it off the foot of a man. No kick called. Let's play on. Into the front court. Isaac Williams drives. Left hand up and good. Williams with the runner to make it 20-8.
He's got 7 of his team's 8 so far, Charlie.
Now ball poked away right near the sideline, and it will stay with Link Academy, much to the chagrin of Faith Family. As Jacob Walker trying to plead his case, he said, I hit it off of him, but the referees, well, they kind of looked at one another and made an educated guess, it looked like there, actually. Filan with it out top. And work it left side, Johnson. Now on the wing to Barrett. Pass down low. They'll get it to the big boy, Brown. One of his first touches on the offensive side in the paint. And he'll be fouled, head to the free throw line.
Brown will step to the line as the foul is going to get issued against by Davion Atkins. That's going to be his first. For Oak Cliff, it'll be their second of the quarter here. At 6:52 left to go, and stepping to the free throw line will be James Brown.
Committed to North Carolina.
It's not a bad team.
Yeah, there's a fellow that played for Link Academy that's pretty good at North Carolina, and Elliot Cadeau.
Yeah, and he's and realistically, Charlie, he
he
could be on this team as he reclassified to go ahead and join North Carolina.
Yeah.
Brown's second free throw up goes down through the net. It's good. He's got 3 points on the afternoon out of Link's 21.
There will be absolutely no one surprised when Elliot Cadeau is playing in the National Basketball Association, as now we see a foul call near the half-court line.
Foul is going to go against Link. That'll go against Filan. That'll be his first personal foul. For Link, it'll be their first of the quarter. Charlie, what we're seeing out of this Faith Family team right now is they're taking some threes really off of just one pass in the rotation on the offense. And you know part of that is because they're struggling to get the ball inside right now. When they do, they get swarmed on defense, so they're sometimes maybe just opting for that outside shot, maybe a little too early in the offensive rotation than they normally would wait for.
Here's Williams, has his ball knocked loose. As Brown playing it hard on the defensive side, but they'll call him for the fouls. He kind of dove over the top of the man that time.
It'll be Brown's first, team's second. Ball will be inbounded in front of the Lions bench here on the far side of the court here at Blue Devil Gymnasium.
Del Shelley still trying to get that arm to stretch out after he and Onwuchekwu collided earlier in the period. Now the ball is stolen away by Shelley on the inbounds play. A little behind the back with a left-hand bounce. He'll bring it toward the front court. 6:25 to play in the first half. It's Link 21, Faith Family 8. Bill Armstrong looks for the play call for his squad. Gets it out front. Filan works off a little screen. Now he's trying to direct some traffic with 15 on the play clock. Free throw line, Brown, pull-up jump shot too hard. And the rebound is pulled down by Faith Family's Jazz Henderson. Henderson brings it across, kicks on the left side. That's Kingston Willis. Kingston Willis is a 5'11 sophomore. Several sophomores in play tonight for Faith family. Williams shovels it off now to Willis with 13 to shoot, and the ball not knocked out of bounds. Let's say that goes off of Williams, and a turnover on Faith family.
I believe that's the 9th of the half here, Charlie, as we've still got 5:40 left to go here in the first half of play.
5:40 there. I don't know, that clock is not synced up.
No.
There's a big video board at the one end of this gymnasium that has the clock on it. That's what we're reading off of, but the ones above the backboard that you're still seeing on your screen, they've been just a little off here, and now we'll see a foul called. That's going for the steal was Isaac Williams, and it was just a hair late and gets called for the foul.
Williams, it'll be his first personal, team third of the quarter against the Eagles, as Link Academy will inbound on the near the midcourt line, as Antonio Barrett will be the man to trigger here for Link Academy.
Barrett inbounds the ball to Filan, and he'll play the point. Ball goes on the right side now to Jasper Johnson. Skip pass across to Barrett. Works to the paint. Turnaround shot up and good. James Brown with a bucket. Brown will extend the lead back out to 15, 23-8.
Brown's got 5.
Here's a ball now knocked away near the half-court line. Stomping away. Here's Barrett on the run-out, and he misses the two-hand dunk. And then what are we going to have, a technical call?
Issue a technical foul against Barrett for spending just a little too much time on the rim after the missed dunk attempt. So it'll be his first personal foul on the technical. It'll be the third of the quarter against Link, and we will step down to the opposite side for free throws as Jazz Henderson will go to the line for the technical shots.
I guess. I don't know.
I mean,
you got guys coming around you. Sometimes you got to use that rim to help protect yourself.
Yes. Now, there wasn't a lot there. It was a little bit more of a breakaway attempt. I don't know if he hung on it long enough to warrant anything, but Charlie, you and I are not officials, so we will not intervene much farther as Henderson makes the first free throw. That's his first point of the basketball game. It's a 23-9 lead for Link, and the Eagles will get the basketball out of bounds at the midcourt line with 5 minutes left even here in the second quarter.
I don't know. I feel like I could call him pretty good from here. Into the front court, Henderson. Left side, Williams. Trying to get it going from downtown. No good. He's a little frustrated. Offensive rebound run down, though, by the Eagles. Pass left side on Wuchekwu for the deep ball. Too hard. And it's pulled down by Johnson for the Lions. Johnson pushes into the front court. Pass in the paint. Trying to get it to Brown. Stolen away. Good interior defense that time by Atkins. Now the pass from Henderson is behind his teammate Williams. They kind of look at one another and just not on the same page here, and Brandon Thomas wants to talk it over on the Adams Fiber timeout. 4:34 to play in the half. Link Academy leads 23-9.
Before the TAVR, I was very active, worked out at the Kroc Center. I would say less than a week. Well, of course, Amy tells me I couldn't do squats. She even wrote it in my discharge paper. Great big, Sandy, no squats. So I did a couple.
Oh my word.
Don't tell her.
I knew she was going to, but I have the best job in the world to get to work with these patients.
Faith family called the timeout. Just some frustration for this Eagles squad. But really, Brian, they've done pretty well defensively in the second period, kind of slowing down Link.
They've slowed down Link, Charlie, but they still seem to be on the offensive side really just settling for some long-range shots. They are 0 for 9 from behind the arc. They've yet to connect on one. And we, again, see these coming at the first pass in the offensive set, not really taking a lot of look. If not, it's really a drive to the basket. You know, this Eagles team has just got to find a way to pierce through this Link Academy armor on the interior, and they just haven't found a way to do it yet.
Well, and to be fair to Faith family, Link Academy is an excellent defensive team, so sometimes when you see that first shot, you might think, hey, this might be the best look we can get the whole possession. Now as Brown tries to go to work in the paint, he gets free in the left hand up and good for James Brown.
He's got 7 on the afternoon, and the lead extends for the Lions.
Williams with it to Henderson. Across the half-court line on with Wuchekwu. Pass tip. Run down low by Atkins. He'll put it off the window and in for 2. Good job by the sophomore on his first basket of the night. 25-11 the score. Here's Johnson for a 3. Left side, no good. Rebound down on the offensive side to Brown. Finds the cutter. Left hand won't fall for Johnson. And Atkins with another board. Quickly into the front court come the Eagles as Williams lays it up. Uses the English on the roll and gets it to go.
Williams has 10 of the 13.
Johnson saves it and bounds to his teammate Filan. And now a traveling call out top as Trey Johnson, they'll say, shovel the feet. Little sliver of momentum here for Faith Family.
Just a little bit. You get a couple of substitutions coming in here for Faith Family. Number 22, Anthony Spencer checks in. And it looked like Andre Iguodala stepped back onto the court here for Link Academy. I believe that's correct. Or Brandon Benjamin, one of the two there, as I may have got my numbers confused.
Up top, Williams finds Henderson, looks at the shot clock, 20 to shoot it. Atkins. Williams now reverses to Henderson left side. Onwuchekwu wants to go to work. Double team comes his way, works out of it. Gets it to Henderson. Onwuchekwu underneath up and rims in and out. No good as he hit the hardwood. And the rebound pulled down by Link Academy's Brandon Benjamin. Defiling into the front court. Turnaround shot from the arc, no good. Hunting down the rebound is Tashim Gary. Gary across with under 3 to play in the half. Hits it to Onwuchekwu. Now Williams wipes the dust from his shoes. Trying to get a good offensive set and a whistle. And what do we have here?
Looked like Onwuchekwu is motioning to his hand. I think some of that tape that he had around his hand, Charlie, might have come a little bit loose here in a little bit of the scuffle, and he's going to take a seat as he keeps motioning down to his wrist.
We took that tape off.
Oh, he just took it all the way off.
That left hand, it was completely taped up to start the game, and now they're going to see if they can maybe put a little more on there. He heads to the end of the bench, and they're going to take a look at that hand. He's trying to find what's comfortable. You know, I know that limits his movement when they put it on there earlier, which I think he was saying was kind of hurting his shooting ability, but now that thumb looks to really be in some pain.
Well, and you think about a couple of the passes as a running shot gets blocked and out of bounds. A couple of his passes, Charlie, have just looked a little bit, not sloppy. I don't want to use the word sloppy for a kid at his talent level, but it's obviously not as sharp as I believe we've seen him throw the ball in the past last year. 6
seconds to shoot as Henderson will inbound for Faith Family. Gets it on the right side to Anthony Spencer. Now it goes to Gary. Gary goes to work, drives the lane. Shot up is good. Just beats the shot clock.
Tashim Gary puts in 2. 25-13 with 2:11 to go.
Here's a dribble drive in. Ball knocked loose. Stolen away. On the run into the front court, it's Williams. Williams on the run out. Bounce pass on the right side to Henderson. He'll slow it down. 25-15 the score with under 2 minutes to play. His Faith Family trying to cut it down to a single-digit game. A lot of credit to Brandon Thomas. He's calm, cool, and collected on the sideline, and his kids reflect that on the court, even though they're playing one of the nation's premier teams. And a foul now going to be called on Link Academy's Filan.
Filan will pick up the foul. That's going to be his second personal. It'll be the 4th of the quarter here. The Eagles will be in the bonus for the remaining 143 as we hit 5 team fouls. That puts you at the line for double bonus in Illinois. Faith Family will inbound underneath their own basket. A minute 43. Now they get the basketball back to Williams. Drives into the free throw lane and tosses it back over the wing to Henderson.
Now Williams back to Jazz Henderson. Long shot clock last time. Ooh, now here's a ball that hits off the hands of Atkins. Nearly a made basket, quite honestly. And it comes the way of a Link Academy. On the wing is Iguodala. Gets it out front to Trey Johnson. Good pass down low. Finds Benjamin, who lays it up and in and draws the contact. He heads to the free throw line.
Foul is going to go against number 25, Davion Atkins. That'll be his second personal, 4th of the quarter against Oak Cliff. And heading back to the line will be Brandon Benjamin. 2 points on the afternoon. His team enjoys a 12-point lead.
Really nice up and under move for him there. Used the rim to kind of help block him away from the defender.
Free throw rolls around the rim, goes down, give him 3. And checking back in for Link Academy will be Jackson Ford as Andre Iguodala will take a seat. Link Academy will take the temporary pause to set up in full court defense here.
Trying to see if they can't make something happen, get some more turnovers here. Henderson caught in the backcourt, and Brandon Thomas calls the timeout. He'll have just 1 remaining for the game as he'd whistled for this one with 1:12 to play in the first half, Brian, and a needed timeout. Link Academy changed it up a little bit defensively, trapped there as soon as the first pass came in, and just trying to get a little momentum, a little quicker style headed back their way to end this first half on a high note.
Yeah, they did that early. You saw them take some turnovers, turn those into some quick buckets. You see guys like Antonio Barrett and others who, when they get those turnovers, are very quick. They just take off looking for that transition and for that cherry-picking basket. And, of course, when you can get guys like Jazz Henderson trapped in the corner, that's a real tough spot to be in, especially, again, with some of that length that they have up front, Charlie. When you get trapped in the corner like that, especially when you're a smaller guard like Henderson is, it's just a tough spot to be in and almost forces you into that timeout.
1:12 to play in the first half. It'll be out on the sideline here right in front of the bench. Looks like Onwuchekwu has some tape back on that hand now as they're just below us here.
2 games still to go here tonight, Charlie. After we're done here, we'll see the host Quincy Blue Devils in action, one of the top-ranked teams in Class 4A. And, of course, Imatep Charter will take on Chaminade in our nightcap basketball game. That is going to be a fun one, Charlie. We hope you guys stick around here through the evening with us, as your subscription and your membership here on Central Illinois Sports gives you access to every game of the Quincy Shootout. What a deal, sitting at home all weekend on a cold night, depending on where you're at in Mother Nature's eye.
All the games played here in Quincy, of course. The one game tonight, the Burlington School and Bashan playing at Bashan, and then both those teams will make their way to the Gym City for their matchups tomorrow. Now out of the timeout, Link kind of pulls back off of the defense, and that's maddening if you're Brandon Thomas. Like, you know, we had to take that timeout. Now they're going to come out and do the same thing again. That's what good teams do, though. They keep switching it up. Don't want you to get comfortable. Under a minute to play in the first half. Left side, Williams trying to get going here. Drives to the baseline. Now has to pull it out front. That's to his teammate Gary. Gary knifes the lane. Ooh, good pass. Atkins just wasn't ready for it, and it's turned over. Johnson on the run into the front court finds TJ Stutley. Ooh, they're going to say had that one knocked out of bounds.
Well, it got knocked out of bounds. I think every person in the gym was waiting for a foul call, and now the officials will tuck things underneath the basket here, Charlie, as everyone just kind of threw their arms up in the air. The 2 officials just kind of wavered, and now we'll see what comes out of the discussion, and they're going to say it's just out of bounds. It's out of bounds off of Stutley, and it'll go to the Eagles.
Onwuchekwu going to come back into the game. He'll sit down Atkins. The Eagles with it length of the court to go, down by this 28-16 score. Henderson on the dribble with 30 seconds left. 23 on the shot clock, so they will have to shoot before the halftime buzzer sounds. Onwuchekwu gets it out front. He's used the single dribble. Now right side Henderson. He'll put it on the deck. Onwuchekwu fakes. Back to Henderson, right wing with 10 to shoot. Works off the pick and roll action now. Into the corner. Right back to Henderson. Henderson on the drive. Puts it up. Shot no good. Fouled with 1 second on the shot clock. Heads to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Henderson's going to step to the free throw line. The foul is going to get whistled against the Lions. They're going to issue that to Filan. LeBaron Filan will get whistled. That's going to be his 3rd personal foul, Charlie. As Jazz Henderson will go to the free throw line. Just 1 point in the first half here as it's a 12-point basketball game, Charlie, but it just feels a little bigger than that on the scoreboard from what we've seen here in the first 2 periods of basketball.
Lynx kind of lost their luster a bit in the second period, though. I understand what Bill Armstrong's doing, trying to keep fresh legs out there, knowing you're back-to-back days with games, but I'm sure he'll try to get their attention at the halftime break.
Stepping in, another quick substitution here for the Eagles as Kingston Willis is going to check back in. Tashim Gary will quickly take a seat here with 5.8 left to go. Eagles trying to make this a 10-point basketball game. As long as you can stay within 10, Charlie, anything can happen here as the second one is up and good.
5 seconds left. Quickly into the front court. Johnson with it on the wing. Pulls up. Deep 3. In and out as the buzzer sounds. Just could not get it to go. And we head to halftime in the Little Jazz Motors halftime show. It's Link Academy 28, Faith Family 18. Halftime stats and a visit with Muddy River Sports. Director Matt Schuckman comes your way next on Central Illinois Sports.
Today's halftime show is brought to you by Little Jazz Motor Company in Quincy, Illinois. We'd like to introduce you to the brand new 2024 Dodge Hornet GT all-wheel drive offered at $32,325. The 2024 Dodge Hornet pays homage to the iconic legacy of Dodge performance. The Hornet GT comes equipped with a 2.0 Hurricane 4 turbo engine that boasts up to 268 horsepower, making it the most powerful compact utility vehicle on the market. Stop by Little Jazz today and take this eye-catching CUV powerhouse for a spin.
Every day, banks touch every corner of our lives. They support us when we turn life's goals into accomplishments. Goals like opening a small business, buying a home, planting a crop, having a baby. From your first car to life after retirement, Central State Bank is there for all of your life's milestones. CSB is central to your banking needs. Visit us in Clayton, Kinderhook, Pittsfield, Pleasant Hill, and Quincy, or at csb123.com. Central State Bank wishes all of the teams well on the hardwood this week.
The thing for me that really separates DOT, senior leadership and the owners of the business really focus on employee engagement.
We have some of the best people managers.
The Tracy family, senior leaders throughout the business, really all of our leaders care about the employees that work here.
And that allows for a lot of families to come work at Dot Foods, and I think that's part of it, is being able to have all those different schedules and the flexibility to be able to move things around when life happens.
Hey, grab me one too.
Back live at the Little Jess Motors halftime show. Let's go with Brian Shoemaker visiting with Muddy River Sports editor Matt Schuckman.
Brian Shoemaker live here on the Little Jess Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram halftime show, where Link Academy leads Oak Cliff Faith Family out of Texas 28-18 here at the halftime break of the Quincy Shootout. Joined alongside with sports editor Matt Schuckman from Muddy River Sports, covering all the action here this weekend. Matt, the theme of the first half has really been Link Academy's defense. You've seen it right here in front of your own eyes. It's just swarming, it's long, it's lengthy, and it's really causing this Eagle offense a lot of trouble.
It really has, and the thing that has impressed me about the way Link has played defense is their lateral movement. They've cut off the lanes into the not only the passing lanes, but they've made it difficult for guys to cut, guys to get through the lane. It's very physical in there, which you like to see. You like to see guys challenging each other for space. Oak Cliff just can't find any space inside. That's really what it came down to.
They can't find any space inside. They're really causing some problems inside for the big guys like Dorian Onwuchekwu, a guy last year that we saw that really had a nice weekend here. Of course, seems to be a little hampered with that hand injury, but we just haven't seen a lot of him in the first half either, and a lot of that attributes to that Lions defense.
It does, but if you all watch what they're doing, Onwuchekwu hasn't been a big factor of getting inside. He's been lingering on the three-point line. He's been lingering outside. And I know 6'10 kids, they want to show that they have the full game, and I know that's become a thing now. But he hasn't tried to really go in. He hasn't gone in and put his back to the basket yet, which would be interesting. But they're still in it. That's the interesting thing. You can sit here and talk all you want about how good Link's defense has been. Link's offense went kind of silent in the second quarter, and it's still a 10-point game. I mean, this could have been Goodnight City, at halftime, and it's not.
Brandon Thomas has burned through a lot of timeouts here in the first half trying to figure things out for the Eagles. If you're in the Faith Family locker room right now, what are you telling the kids to try and cut back into this deficit and maybe even take the lead in the second half?
Well, I think you've got to go inside out. I think you've got to find a way to throw the ball to the post and then get the kickouts. Right now, everything's coming off dribble penetration. You've got size. It's not like you don't have the same size Link has. So use it. Even if Onwuchekwu can't score a lot because of the hand injury, use him to throw the ball outside. Let the defense collapse on him and get guys open. Everything's been dribble penetration so far. You got to do a little something different.
Outside of that, just looking at the atmosphere here so far, Shuck, we know Quincy High comes up next. We know the home faithful will be here ready for the Blue Devils, but we've seen a nice crowd here so far this afternoon, and this is really starting to grow with some more casual fans stepping into the gymnasium a little bit earlier than maybe we accustomed to. The popularity of this event is just seeming to grow very, very quickly in the city of Quincy.
Well, it's kind of fun to watch, and year one, the Quincy versus Webster Groves game brought out the crowd. Prior to that game, there wasn't much of a crowd. It got a little bigger as the day went on. Then it was big for that game. In the years since, you've seen it go, okay, now, especially on Saturday, where the 9 a.m. game used to be crickets. Now you're going to see some people here at 9 a.m. tomorrow. And by noon, it's going to be pretty big. By 3:30, it's going to be darn near packed. By the time the Blue Devils play, it might be standing room only. And that's where the progression of this shootout has gone as far as fans go. But if you look around the gym right now, I saw a group of Camp Point Central football players here, basketball players. There's a group from Hannibal here. I know some guys from Brown County were coming. You look around and it's not just the Quincy High season ticket holders who are here on Friday night. It's people from throughout the area.
It's becoming a lot of fun here tonight. We're glad you're joining alongside here on the Little Jess Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram halftime show, where Link Academy leads Oak Cliff Faith Family 28-18. We thank Matt Schuckman for the halftime show breakdown. We'll be back in a couple of minutes here for the second half on Central Illinois Sports.
Are you tired of being caught off guard? Slipping up in a winter storm? Don't let this be you. Say goodbye to shovels that break faster than your New Year's resolution.
Well, before the snow falls, visit your local Farm and Home Supply, your one-stop shop for everything winter. From snow blowers to a sturdy snow shovel. From different size ice scrapers to ice melt. And from sleds to hats, gloves, coats, bibs, and a lot more, we got you covered.
Warning, finding everything in one place may lead to extreme joy and the absence of disappointment. Farm and Home Supply is not responsible for spontaneous snowball fights, increased snow angel production, or the overwhelming desire to hug your snowblower.
Hey, grab me one too.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. That's why we know what it takes to succeed both on your balance sheet and in your life. It takes the right financial partner who looks at where you are now and where you want to go and design a financial plan to take you there so you can achieve the life you're after today and every day after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Sheila Davidsmeyer today. Her office is located at 311 West Washington in Pittsfield, Illinois, or visit SheilaDavidsmeyer.nm.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
I'm Chris Nichols with PCRE Real Estate and Auction here in Pittsfield. For 15 years now, I've been specializing in selling farmland and hunting properties, along with homes and commercial real estate. Whether it's helping a seller get a premium price out of their home or assisting a buyer to find the farm of their dreams, I pride myself on providing elite customer service. Give me a call today at 217-473-3777 if I can help with any of your real estate needs. Or feel free to jump on our website at pcrerealestate.com.
From bag to field to bin, Prairieland FS is your home for quality seed. We treat it right here at one of our local facilities, deliver it right to your farm, and then provide the propane to fuel your bins. Have confidence in what you're putting in your engine with our energy specialist. They're focused on maximizing power, fuel efficiency, and engine protection to keep you going. We're neighbors serving neighbors. Prairieland FS, your leading supplier of choice.
Here at Little Jess, we value hard work, dedication, integrity, and leadership. We have a respect for heritage and tradition and believe in the pursuit of building legacies, breaking records, and putting forth award-winning results. That's why supporting schools and local teams is one of our favorite and most exciting parts of our business. For over 7 decades, we strive daily to use those same values as a foundation to meet our community's automotive needs and support our future generations. Little Jess Motors, serving our community since 1969.
Just about ready for second half action. It's Link Academy 28, Faith Family 18. And Faith Family will have the basketball. They've made this a 10-point game. It looked like Link Academy was going to run away with it early. But the Eagles, they're still waiting to get them back out on the court here after the halftime break. Anybody gave them a heads up that the halftime was about over. Now they head back toward their bench. But they fought right back in this thing. This is still a contest.
Well, Matt talked about it during the halftime break. There's been a little bit of grit and grime here from this Eagles team, and they really did slow down Link just a little bit here in the second quarter. But they've got to find some ways to get the basketball inside. They've got to get some ways to find Dorian Onwuchekwu involved here in this basketball game. And honestly, if they could knock down some long-range shots, Charlie, they're just 4 of 14 in the first half, 11 of 28 overall from the field. Or excuse me, still 0 of 9 from the arc. That was the wrong team stats. And 6 of 23 on the opposite side for Link, 11 of 28, 4 of 14 from behind the arc. So it's not like Link has shot exceptionally well either. But a lot of the shots they get come in transition. They come off the turnovers, and that's where they start to hurt you.
Made threes difference in the game, though. I mean, a couple of made threes for Faith Family, and you just never know what might happen. As we're underway here in half number 2. The Eagles with the basketball, wearing the dark-colored uniforms here this afternoon. Henderson has it on the dribble out top, finds Gary. Gary on the wing, past his man, and in for 2. Tasheem Gary makes this a single-digit game.
He's got 4 points in the half. Leading scorer for Faith Family in the first half was Isaac Williams with 10.
Now they have adjusted. Up there they go. They got the score picked up on the scoreboard. 7:34 to play in the third quarter. Just underway here in half number 2. Dribble drive in. Shot up on the runner is good for James Brown.
James Brown's got 9, the leading scorer for Link in the first half. Jalen Shelley had 6.
And without Onwuchekwu fully healthy, I think they could really expose that matchup. Now here's a steal by Johnson. Shot it up is good. Jasper Johnson on the runner, and he'll get an and-one opportunity again. Link feasting off of the turnovers by the Eagles.
Johnson has 7 now in the basketball game. Foul will go against Jazz Henderson. That will be his first, team first of the quarter. Onwuchekwu will check back in. Tasheem Gary will take a seat for the Eagles as Jasper Johnson will go to the line for the three-point play attempt. 32-20, the lead here with 7:13 left to go, just starting the second half on Central Illinois Sports. Charlie Hall, Brian Shoemaker bringing you all the action here from the Quincy Shootout.
Shot no good. Quick pass into the front court. Comes to Williams. Turnaround shot no good. And the rebound down to Onwuchekwu. He'll muscle it up. Got it back on the miss. Missed it again. And this time we have a tie-up or a foul.
James Brown was in fighting for the rebound, and we'll get a foul called here, and we'll see who will get issued against. It's going to go against Onwuchekwu. That'll be his second. Team first of the quarter for Faith Family.
And James Brown, it's a high-level matchup between those two youngsters. Brown, the North Carolina commit. Onwuchekwu headed to Colorado. Here's a deep three out front. No good by Trey Johnson. And the rebound quickly into the front court finds Williams. Shot up and good. Isaac Williams with a quick bucket.
He's got a dozen.
10-point game again. Johnson works the ball to the corner. Now free throw line. Brown back out on the wing. Barrett out top. Johnson, quick pass right side. Trying to find the ISO for Jasper Johnson. Down low to Brown. Reverse layup on the answer in the paint.
Really nice dime there as Brown picks up the 2 points. He's got 11.
Just quickly on those passes is bang, bang, bang around the perimeter. Then feed the post to the big boy, James Brown. 34-22, Link on top. Anderson with it in the backcourt, and a 10-second call. A turnover on Faith Family. Will give it right back to Link into the contest for the Lions. It's LeBaron Filan back into the game. He'll sit down Jasper Johnson. Saw Filan play a lot in the first half. He's a 6'4" senior for this squad.
Nice crowd filing in here, Charlie, yes, and getting to watch one of the best basketball teams in the nation. Not a bad way to spend a Friday night here in the Gem City.
A lot of the folks await their Quincy Blue Devils, who will play next. They're just one loss on the season for the Blue Devils. That came around Christmas time. Here's a three on the wing, left side up and good for Filan.
Filan with his first 3 points of the basketball game, as it's been a balanced scoring attack here in the first half for Link Academy, Charlie. And we're starting to see a couple of guys liven up for the Lions as the Eagles will throw the basketball out of bounds. Turnover to our count is their 15th.
And already the third of the second half, and Brandon Thomas is going to bring some new guys into the contest. We see Jacob Walker into the game. Also, it's Anthony Spencer, a 6'7" sophomore for the first time. Atkins sits down, as does Jazz Henderson. 5:31 to play in the third period. Link a 15-point lead and the basketball. After it had been cut down to an 8-point game, just seems like moments ago. Here's a dribble drive in. Shot put up blocked as Barrett was going up for the slam. And the rebound down to the Eagles. Williams with it on the bounce for Faith Family. Looks to the wing. That's Spencer, the new man, has it stripped and loose, stolen away. Trey Johnson credit for the steal. He'll work it quickly. Left side, deep three. Won't connect this time for Iguodala. And the rebound headed the other way to Hartfield's hand. Hartfield drives down low. Muscles it up through the contact. Won't fall, but heads to the free throw line to shoot a pair.
Hartfield will step to the free throw line as Trey Johnson will get whistled for his first foul of the contest. second of the quarter, it should be against Link, I believe, after they get it tallied up on the board. Maybe not. Maybe it's still just the first. Either way, Hartfield will step to the free throw line. No points on the game here today for Lamont Hartfield. Eyes up the first one. Up and in through the rim is Pure. Give him a point now and makes it a 37-23 contest.
We saw Hartfield early, but then kind of sat a lot of that second quarter for Faith Family. The left-hander with the second one on the way hits them both. Here's a ball now stripped Stoneman away. On the run out, quickly into the front court. Williams is the recipient. Up and under, a little scoop shot won't fall. And the rebound pulled down by Jalen Shelley. He'll be fouled in the backcourt.
Link really just kind of outworking a little bit on those loose ball rebounds some of the times that we see there. We saw James Brown kind of get in the middle of a scrum there and get the better advantage, and now you see Shelley this time as Link will pick up the basketball on the loose ball foul with 4:50 left to go in the third. Or 4:45 as we see the scoreboard is frozen up here again that you'll see on your television screen, but it's still moving up on the big video board.
You got to get that fixed because now here's an illegal screen going to be called on Brown. Got to get that fixed, though, because that really impacts the shot clock. You can't really tell how much time is rolling on that.
James Brown will get whistled for the foul. That's going to be his second.
Call the illegal screen on Brown.
And now that is the second team foul against the Lions here in the quarter.
Williams in the backcourt finds his teammate in Walker. Pass goes free throw line on Uchekwu. He has it knocked loose, got on the floor to keep it alive for his squad, though. Still a lot of hustle in that young man. Walker now trying to create. Kicks to the wing to Hartfield. Hartfield deep three good. 37-27 as Hartfield has 5 on the day. And makes it again a 10-point game. A lot of fight in this Eagles squad. Here's a drive in, little hook shot thrown up toward the rim, no good. Rebound run down though by James Brown on the offensive side. On the right side, Filan. They run him off the three-point line. Now he drives in, finds Brown. Brown, a little stutter step, no good. But he's fouled on the play as Hartfield will be whistled for this one. It wasn't a clean catch, and that actually probably cost Hartfield the foul.
Filan with a really nice spin move to open up the passing lane there to find Brown as he just bobbled it just enough to get the contact. So Brown will step to the free throw line here with 3:47 left to go. And Charlie, we've seen Link kind of have a little burst of offense here, but for every shot that they have, Faith Family just finds a little bit of an answer, enough to just stay within an arm's reach of this contest. Brown gets the first. He's got a dozen.
Good grit in this Faith Family squad, and I'm telling you, that comes from their coaching staff. And Brandon Thomas is a guy who's not afraid to coach hard. Expects a lot from his teams, but they get a lot out of themselves.
Baker's dozen for James Brown as he knocks down both free throws with 3:47, and now the Lions get full court pressure once again.
Onwuchekwu in the backcourt has a man ahead. Got to get it across, and does. You can tell he wasn't extremely comfortable on the handle that time. Here's Williams on a pull-up jump shot, no good. Rebound out of bounds. They'll say it stays on this end with Faith Family.
Yeah, Onwuchekwu really just doesn't have a lot of mobility and a lot of use for that left hand there, as we saw him really just trying to handle it with one hand. And
man, it's a lot harder to go left right now.
Yeah.
It's a tough one. Hey, credit to him for gritting it out here. Now he has the ball knocked out of bounds. And he's frustrated. And he's frustrated because it's such a high-level, talented young man. And he's not at the top of his game right now because of that injury. But you got to like him if you're a teammate. I mean, a lot of guys could just, sit out, say, I'm not coming back until I'm completely healthy. But he's out there grinding. Here's a fadeaway jump shot up and good by Williams, and it makes it a 10-point game.
Williams has 14 on the afternoon, 14 of his team's 29.
Deep in the corner, right side, three-point shot up and good. Antonio Barrett.
Antonio Barrett knocks one down. He's got 5, and James Brown's got 13.
I led you astray. That was TJ Stutley.
Well, I thought it was, Charlie, but if you were going to lead me, I was going to go there.
That 5 of that 3 looks a lot alike. Here's a shot put up on the runner again by Williams, and he finds another 2. As the teams trade the baskets, but if you're Faith Family, you've got to string together some stops in a row. Here's a pull-up 3 on the way. Distance won't go this time for Johnson, and the rebound down to Williams. He'll bring it into the front court for the Eagles. It's the screen from Onwuchekwu. On the right side, Walker. Back out, right back to Walker. Sets up for a three. It looked off the mark and was. Rebound on Wucheku on the offensive glass. Kicks it out to Hartfield for the trail away. Won't go. Rebound, it's a battle for it. And coming out of the scrum was Link, but then they threw it away. Here's Walker on the run the other way. Bounce pass kicked by the foot of James Brown.
Both teams just getting a little too fast for their own good here, Charlie, as things have not necessarily stalled here in this third quarter, but maybe not as smooth of a game flow for both teams as we might have expected here.
And on Wucheku, you can tell he's in some pain, holding that. Yeah. Now he's holding the opposite thumb. He's like, man, I've got one taped and another one now with some pain, and he's really trying to work through this.
Trey Johnson and others check back in for Link here during the dead ball. On Wucheku's shot gets tipped around and goes back out to Hartfield.
Going to get it right back to Onwuchekwu, 23 to shoot. Pass down low, finds Walker. Walker off the window, won't go. Good find, just couldn't complete. Filing into the front court. Bounce pass down low. Benjamin in transition. Rims in and out, no good. It heads the other way with the Eagles. They've got a man advantage if they can take advantage of it here. It's Williams for the three, no good. Rebound tipped up by Hartfield, one and fall. And the rebound this time to Link Academy's Trey Johnson. He'll put up a little jump shot in transition and finds another two.
7 for Trey Johnson here on the afternoon. Just over 90 seconds left to go here in the third, a 13-point lead for the Lions.
44-31. Pass down low. Turnaround shot. Williams can't fall. Rebound loose and run down here by Link Academy's Trey Johnson. And Onwuchekwu will be called for a foul deep in the backcourt.
His third personal foul, Charlie, and just a little bit more frustration there. He's just limited with one hand, and those are rebounds that he would normally grab if he had two available.
I'll actually say that's the fifth team foul.
Oh, that's the fifth? I'm sorry. On the fifth. Okay. I thought it was on Onwuchekwu.
No, just the fifth team foul.
I was going to tell you to get a new stats guy for the last two games. Stepping to the line will be Trey Johnson for Link Academy. First one is up and rolls around the rim and goes out of bounds. After this game, we'll get you set for a Western Big Six showdown between the Quincy Blue Devils. Hosting Geneseo here tonight. Quincy's Friday night game at the Shootout. Normally a Western Big Six contest as Trey Johnson's second free throw is good. He's got 8 on the night.
Little full court pressure now by the Lions with 1:19 to play in the third. Williams into the front court. Attacks down low. Left it off to Atkins. Had trouble with the catch. Puts up a little floater on the reverse, and it's good.
Atkins has 4.
Quick into the front court are the Lions, and a little too quick this time as Iguodala could not control. And it's ball to bounce for Faith Family length of the court to go.
8th turnover against the Lions here. We've got, Faith Family whistled for 16 in the contest.
Gary into the front court. Had the ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Faith Family on the sideline opposite the scorer's tables here. As Walker will be the man to throw it in. Finds Gary. Gary, you can tell, one of the leaders of this squad, the 6'2 junior. Maybe not always, as a pass now down low, a little too hard for Atkins. Maybe not always on the offensive side, but he really helps get things in the right place.
You see, we keep talking about this theme through the contest here, Charlie. Link Academy, when they get the basketball down into the paint, it's a double team every time from the Lions as a 3 ball is up and no good. And rebound comes down into the hands of Akins. And here comes Faith Family.
Runner up by Gary, and there's that toughness we were just talking about. He'll put it up and in for 2.
6 points on the afternoon for Tashim Gary.
And again, makes it a 10-point game with 27 seconds to play in the period. Shot clock turned off. So Link could hold for 1 if they choose to do so here with 18 seconds. Filing with it. Gets free to break the 5 count. Gets it out top to Johnson. Jasper Johnson lets it fly. Rebound underneath to Benjamin. He'll put it back up, won't go. Rebound on the tip-up, no good. Williams on the run, 2 seconds. 1, he'll lay it up to try to beat the buzzer and shoots it a little too hard. And we head to the 4th. It's Link Academy 45, Faith Family 35. Back with exciting fourth quarter action next on Central Illinois Sports.
Hey, grab me one too.
Every day, banks touch every corner of our lives. They support us when we turn life's goals into accomplishments. Goals like opening a small business, buying a home, planting a crop, having a baby. From your first car to life after retirement, Central State Bank is there for all of your life's milestones. CSB is central to your banking needs. Visit us in Clayton, Kinderhook, Pittsfield, Pleasant Hill, and Quincy, or at csb123.com. Central State Bank wishes all of the teams well on the hardwood this week.
Coverage of the 2024 Shootout from Quincy, presented by Central State Bank. Central to your banking needs, csb123.com, or stop by their locations. We thank Central State Bank for their sponsorship of all the action here in the 2024 Quincy Shootout. After 3 periods, it's Link Academy 45, Faith Family 35, as the Lions will have the ball to start the fourth.
Lions shoot 17 of 42 after 3 quarters, 6 of 20 from behind the arc. On the opposite side for the Faith Family Eagles, just 1 of 13 from long range and 13 of 43 from the field here. But again, just a 10-point game, Charlie, but we haven't seen that little spark, that little momentum, that little run from Faith Family yet that they've really needed to try and close the gap here, as it's never really just gotten much closer than 10.
Johnson has the ball, bounce awry, runs it down near the half-court line, gets it to Barrett. Barrett on the dribble, now loses his footing, and they'll say that's because he was bumped and fouled by Hartfield.
Hartfield will pick up his second foul of the contest. It'll be the first of the quarter against Faith Family as we reset the team fouls at the start of every quarter here in Illinois, as we do many states now, but we just remind you because sometimes we've got to remind ourselves with the new rules.
Out of bounds underneath here for Link Academy. Looking for the lob into Shelley. Feeds the paint. Brown is called for the offensive foul.
Brown will pick up the foul. That'll be his third personal, first of the quarter against the Lions on the offensive shove with 7:38 left to go here in the contest. And Faith Family just hanging around like a cat on a screen door.
Can they cut up to single digits here, though? Going to be the first time in a while they were able to do that. On a made basket, that would happen. Hartfield with it on the drive. Had it stripped on the way up and stolen away. Trey Johnson on the takeaway. Now he has it stolen right back. Williams on the run. He'll put it up and slam it home. And it's an 8-point contest.
Williams has 18 as we cut it to single digits.
45-37, 7:15 left. Now Faith Family trying to D it up on that end. Johnson with it on the wing right side. A little isolation. Pull up 3, and he knocks it home. A big-time shot for Trey Johnson. Timeout taken by Link Academy. 7:05 left. The Lions back up by 11, 48-37.
You're getting thirsty. Bold. Refreshing. So good. I mean, dude.
At Full Throttle Parts, we do spray-on bed liners, a brand called Patriot Liner. It is very elite. It actually enhances the resale value of anything you put it on or off-road.
Go Full Throttle!
Go Full Throttle.
Timeout taken by Bill Armstrong for Link Academy. His team up by 11 on a big-time 3 by Trey Johnson after Faith Family had cut it down to single digits.
Got the turnover, got the basket that they desperately needed, Charlie, and then good teams like Link do what they do, and they just kind of tease you just a little bit and come back and make you pay for it on the next possession. Now they're back up by double digits as we quickly get the steal for the Lions. Up and shot, long shot from Johnson is no good. Rebound comes down to the hands of Shelley. He'll drive to the basket, goes up, gets fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line after the foul for 2. And we'll see who gets whistled here for the Eagles. Foul will go against Hashim Gary. That'll be his first of the contest. Second against Faith Family here in the quarter. Stepping the line will be Jalen Shelley. 6 points on the afternoon for the long, lanky forward for Link Academy. Coming up, Quincy High taking on Geneseo next year on Central Illinois Sports as the first one is up and good. Gives Shelley 7. As coming back in will be Jazz Henderson for Faith Family, and sitting down will be... Who is that sitting down? That's a guy that you have on your card, and I forgot to write down on my stat sheet. Walker, thank you.
Second free throw is good to make it a 50-37 score. Gary with it into the front court. He'll go to work on the dribble. A little crossover. How do you do? Shot blocked, though. And the rebound to Barrett. He'll be fouled by Gary.
Gary will pick up the foul, his second, quickly here in the fourth quarter. 6:36 left to go as now Faith Family has 3 team fouls in the quarter. Link Academy will have half the court to go here as we get a little bit of extended defensive pressure now from Oak Cliff.
Inbounds pass comes over the top to Trey Johnson. Hit that big three. After the game had been cut to single digits, now it's back out to a 13-point lead in a hurry. Johnson, left wing for the three. Good again. Jasper Johnson with the tray.
Jasper Johnson knocks it down. He's got 10 and now almost stolen away. Charlie, you talk about James Brown. This kid has just grown physically in the last couple of years. I mean, just a big, big kid now as you saw him set that pick, and he looked like a brick wall, and now Link with the steal.
Jasper Johnson on the handle. Extra pass right side. Finds the open shooter. No good for Antonio Barrett. And the rebound down to Henderson. He'll kick to Gary. Gary on the dribble drive. Underneath. Back way out on the wing to Hartfield. He'll let it fly from three-point land, and it's up and good.
Hartfield has 8 on the afternoon for Faith Family.
Good find that time. Here's Johnson. Johnson with the crossover. Shot blocked, but they'll say he's fouled by Atkins.
Atkins will pick up the foul. That's going to be his 3rd personal foul of the contest. Team number 3 against Faith Family. And stepping back to the line will be Trey Johnson. 11 points on the late afternoon here as we approach the 7 o'clock hour in Quincy, Illinois in the Central Time Zone, no matter where you're watching us across the country. So glad you're tuning in here tonight as the first free throw is up and good for Trey Johnson. Give him a dozen.
Back into the contest for Link Academy. Filan returns. He'll replace Barrett. Seems like when Link needs to just turn it on, man, they've got the guys that can just do that. And it's worked for them well here in this contest. Is now in transition. They'll get it to Atkins, and the sophomore with a slam.
Whew. 6 points, and that was a dandy.
5 minutes, 28 seconds to play. Here's a long three, no good, by Jasper Johnson, and the rebound the way of Faith Family. Henderson on the dribble drive, little teardrop in the lane, up and good, and the Eagles on another one of those little runs, pull it to back within 11 points.
These guards for Faith Family, Charlie, really refusing to submit to this Link Academy defense, really starting to find a way to penetrate, find some opportunities close to the basket.
5 minutes to play in regulation. Ball now knocked loose, and Henderson has the steal. Pushes it ahead into the front court to Hartfield, misses the dunk. Gary tries to run it down, but it takes a big hop into the stands and a big miss for the Eagles.
Boy, oh boy, and that's one you wish you could get back here right now with 4:49 left to go. You could have got it back down to a 9-point basketball game and really made a little bit of a statement that you were back to play here for the rest of this contest. Unfortunately, that one just kind of bounces off the rim and flies out of bounds.
55-44, Link Academy back with the ball in their possession. Johnson has it on the dribble, and they'll call him for the carry. Turnover on the Lions here, and it heads the way of Faith Family. Again, a chance to cut it to single digits. They've done that. But can they get it closer than that 8 or 9 point lead? That's about as close as they've gotten in a while. Here's a three on the way, and it's up and good. Lamont Hartfield from downtown and makes it an 8-point game, 55-47. Not going away just yet.
He's into double figures with 11.
All of this with just one timeout in the second half, by the way, to their name, and they haven't had to use it yet. There's a drive in. Ball kicked back out top to Brown for a three. James Brown with the answer.
16 on the night for the North Carolina commit as they re-extend the lead back to 11.
That's what I'm talking about for Link. That's got to be frustrating for other teams. It's like, man, just when you thought you were coming back, they have an answer in a lot of different ways. And now a three put up and good by Tasheem Gary as the 3 points raining in from all over the place right now.
Seeing a lot better flow here in the fourth quarter, Charlie, than we did in the third, as both teams really kind of opening up offensively as the game starts to get to a close.
Now Trey Johnson moves on the baseline and is fouled here.
Looks going to be like Tasheem Gary will pick up his 3rd personal. That will be the 4th of the quarter. Oh, it is going to be the 5th, excuse me, as Link will step to the free throw line here.
So Link with a chance to expand on their lead with 3:44 to play, up by 8.
Trey Johnson will step to the free throw line. 13 points on the afternoon as we've got 3:44 left to go in this one. Back to an 8-point basketball game, Charlie. And what can we do to get it closer than 8? I think that's the big question in the room right now. And what it has seemed to be like right now is that Oak Cliff has started to make some long-range shots, and they're also getting a few defensive stops and turning those into some points. First one is up and good for Johnson. Now he's got 14.
Could extend it back to a double-digit advantage. And does. 10-point game, and Bill Armstrong wants the timeout. Well, Plaza as well. 10-point contest, 3:44 to play. Link on top of Faith Family.
I'm Chris Nichols with PCRE Real Estate and Auction here in Pittsfield. For 15 years now, I've been specializing in selling farmland and hunting properties, along with homes and commercial real estate. Whether it's helping a seller get a premium price out of their home or assisting a buyer to find the farm of their dreams, I pride myself on providing elite customer service. Give me a call today at 217-473-3777 if I can help with any of your real estate needs. Or feel free to jump on our website at pcrerealestate.com.
Every day, banks touch every corner of our lives. They support us when we turn life's goals into accomplishments. Goals like opening a small business, buying a home, planting a crop, having a baby. From your first car to life after retirement, Central State Bank is there for all of your life's milestones. CSB is central to your banking needs. Visit us in Clayton, Kinderhook, Pittsfield, Pleasant Hill, and Quincy, or at csb123.com. Central State Bank wishes all of the teams well on the hardwood this week.
3:44 left. Bill Armstrong took the timeout for Link Academy, trying to get his squad to lock in here. 10-point lead, trying to finish off what would be another victory for this squad.
Well, Faith Family started 0 for 9 from behind the arc, Charlie. Now they're now 4 for 16. They've started to connect on some of these long-range shots, and they've started to get some of those defensive turnovers that we've needed. Now the Lions now into double digits in turnovers. They've got 11. Faith Family has calmed that down just a little bit. We've got them ticked for 17 with 3:44 left to go here in the contest.
And to be ball out of bounds for the Eagles on the opposite baseline. A little on-ball pressure in the backcourt now. It's Filan playing the point of that press. Retreating, got to hurry here. They will get it across just in the nick of time. Henderson with it, 20 seconds on the shot clock. A lot easier that shot clock to see that 10 seconds, isn't it?
Yes.
Now with 13 to shoot. Ball comes to the wing and Williams. Williams with a quick first step. Kicks to the corner. 3 ball on the way. Hartfield, good again.
Hartfield's got 3 more. He's got 14 points on the afternoon, and we are back to a 7-point ball game now.
With 3:05 to play. We're looking at 2 high-level squads here. Here's a pull-up 3, Trey Johnson. And
that's what it is.
You know what they say, when you need a basket, just give it a Trey. It's in his name.
It's in the name.
And he gets the answer again and again and again, the go-to man. Here's a 3 on the way, no good on the air ball. Rebound run down on the offensive side by Atkins, but they'll say his foot was on the sideline out of bounds.
And that's got to be the most frustrating thing. You just mentioned it a few minutes ago, Charlie. Faith Family gets what they need. They get the big basket. We're down to 8. We're down to 7. And both times, Link just comes back with another dagger that just really has to deflate you just a bit. Yeah, or maybe a lot. But it's really just got to be frustrating when you fight so hard. This team was down by 14, 15 points early. It looked like it was going to be a really ugly basketball game. And
it was 21-6 at one point.
Yeah, 21-6.
Brown hands the ball off to Filan. Kicks to the wing. Barrett drives in, hangs in the air, shot no good, foul, then he'll go to the free throw line.
We'll see who the whistle goes to, and they say that's going to go against Atkins. That'll be Atkins' 4th personal foul here. Faith Family is now committed 5 in the quarter here, so Link now in the bonus for the remaining 2:26. As Antonio Barrett steps to the free throw line with 5 points in the scorebook this afternoon. First free throw is up and down pure, give him 6.
And if you're talking to Bill Armstrong, this probably is not the cleanest their team has played this year, and give credit to Faith Family because they play a tough physical style of defense. But the fact that you can still continue to make things happen, get guys to make plays, and there's just so much this is an unselfish basketball team for Link Academy. And in today's world where there's a lot of guys that are me first, I don't know how Bill Armstrong does it, but they continue to do it, and this is just such a solid squad.
Well, the second one's up and good for Barrett. Give him 7, but you've got Jasper Johnson with 10, Barrett with 7, Shelley with 8. I mean, it's a very balanced scoring attack for this team as they look for a lot of options, and we'll get a foul on the floor against Link Academy. Foul is going to go against, I believe that goes against Barrett. That'll be his second.
Little reach-in foul there. 2:20 to play. Inbounds pass. Onwuchekwu would try to clear a little space. Shot it up, no good by Hartfield, but he'll head to the stripe.
Hartfield will head to the line. Phylon gets whistled for the foul. That'll be his 4th of the contest. 2:19 left to go, and this is what Faith Family needs. Opportunity to put points on the board with the clock stopped as they're now trailing by 12. They have done everything in their power to get this down within single digits. The first one is up and good for Hartfield. He's got 15 on the ball game. Williams has 19. He's been slowed down just a little bit in the second half, Charlie, as we saw him really be the mainstay for Faith Family in the first half to even keep him within striking distance. Second one from Hartfield. Drops and it's good. Give him 16.
10-point contest, 2:17 remaining in the 4th. Milan brings it across the center line here at Quincy Blue Devil Gymnasium. Still on the bounce, trying to create an opening here. Now he'll cross over, kick to the wing to Barrett. Barrett tries to turn the corner. Good defense this time by Henderson. Now Barrett reverses, drives in, ball knocked away by Onwuchekwu and stolen away by Henderson. He's quick into the front court to his teammate Hartfield. Ball poked loose off of Henderson's knee and out of bounds. And a turnover, and a costly one for this squad from the Eagles. And, you know, if you're taking a look at things, and Brandon Thomas is not a big, you know, guy that's going to say, hey, at least we're in it. That's not how this program goes. Things that hurt them. The start, and what did you say, 19 turnovers now?
Number 18 now. We're up to 18. But, yeah, there are no moral victories sometimes, Charlie, when you get to this level of basketball. And Faith Family will reset and try to come tomorrow as now Johnson knocks another down. He's got 20 on the contest.
Trey Johnson.
Link Academy shooting nearly 50% from the field, Charlie. 22 of 50 on the night.
He's headed to Texas. Longhorn country as the ball stolen away. With 1:11 left. Number 4 ranked player in his class, and Trey Johnson showing you why.
I was ranked number 4 in my class, Charlie, or I was ranked 4th, just 4th from the bottom. Either way, it was a number 4. I don't remember if it was 4th from the bottom or 4th from the top.
Top 10% of the bottom 50%. With 58 seconds to play, a timeout taken by Link Academy. We pause as well.
Hey, grab me one too.
Seconds left. Link Academy calls the timeout. They're up by 12. Looking to pick up win number 1 here and there. Quincy Shootout experience for this year. They'll be back in action again tomorrow as they'll play at 4:30 against the Burlington School in what should be another good matchup. The Burlington School playing tonight at Vashon. Vashon, 2-time state champion, the St. Louis area. Back-to-back state champions, more than 2 times.
Always a fun entry here in the Quincy Shootout to see Vashon take the floor.
And on the inbounds, we'll see a foul called here and free throws to be shot for Link Academy.
Foul will go against Isaac Williams. That'll be his second. As LeBaron Filan will step to the free throw line. Just 3 points in the afternoon on 1 triple. As we have less than a minute to go here, when we get done, we'll recap things on the Blessing Health System postgame show and get you ready for Quincy High versus Geneseo. Our 3rd game of 4 for you the evening. We'll remind you, Damon Emmerich and Jack Cole are live from Quincy, Notre Dame. They've got 4 games of their own. You can put one on your tablet, one on your TV, one on your phone, whatever device you've got. Your subscription this weekend allows you access to both at the same time. You can keep abreast of both things tonight here on Central Illinois Sports as Phylon gets the second. It's a 69-55 game here with just a minute to go. Williams with the basketball, drives baseline, goes into double coverage, tosses it over James Brown, and he'll get fouled and go to the free throw line. And Brown will get whistled for the foul. That's going to be his 4th personal foul. Link Academy, of course, has been very starch defensively here. They've picked up some fouls throughout the way tonight. As now on the free throw line will step Isaac Williams. 19 points on the night, looking to make it 20. First one lines off the front of the rim and no good. Substitution coming in here for Link Academy. Number 2, Jasper Johnson comes back into the basketball game. As Williams will eye up the second. Second one's up and good. Now he hits the 20-point mark.
45 seconds to play in regulation. Svilen brings it up for Link Academy. A little crossover. Looking to make a move, trying to cap off this win. Barrett now gets it in the corner with 28 ticks and loses it out of bounds at a turnover for the Lions.
13 turnovers on the night for Link Academy. That's something they'll probably hope to clean up a little bit tomorrow, Charlie, as they'll take on that Burlington school. As James Brown will step back in here for the last few seconds of this one.
Pass in the backcourt in the hands of Gary. He and Henderson look to bring it up against the little 1-2-2 defense of Link Academy. Up 69-56. Pass in the corner goes to Hartfield. This 3 is good. Hartfield had a big second half here, but not enough for the Eagles, as now Link Academy is going to not inbound the ball, or they will, and run the clock out. Bottom of this one, Link 69, Oak Cliff Faith Family 59. We're back with final stats and name our player of the game next on the Blessing Health System postgame show.
The heart is the hardest working muscle in your body. If something goes wrong with it, you need a medical team that works just as hard. You need Blessing Health's Open Heart Surgery Team, celebrating 20 years of delivering life-saving care to tri-state residents. Patients and families choose Blessing Health's Open Heart Surgery Team for its experience, quality, and heartwarming compassion. Get the most out of your hard-working heart.
One size fits all. That may be all right for an adjustable belt or cheap sunglasses, but when it comes to your financial needs, no one wants a one-size-fits-all strategy. Derek Harris is your Pike and Adams County area Edward Jones financial advisor. Derek Harris's most important goals are yours. That's why Derek will take the time to understand your needs so he can recommend personalized strategies with your goals in mind. Contact Derek Harris today at 217-222-7173. Knowing you, that's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Welcome back to the Blessing Health System postgame show. Final of the contest, a 69-59 win for Link Academy over Faith Family out of Oak Cliff. And a win for for Link Academy. Faith Family never went away in this one, but never really could get it back any closer than about 7 or 8 points. And Link seemed like every time that they had a little bit of a run where they went dry, they got it to their money man and Trey Johnson, and he made things happen.
Yeah, for Link Academy, 22 of 50 overall on the evening, 10 of 26 from behind the arc. Trey Johnson finishes with 20 points on the night. LeBaron Filan finishes with 4. Jasper Johnson with 10. Antonio Barrett with 7. TJ Stutley tosses in a triple for 3. Jalen Shelley finishes on the evening with 8 points. Andre Iguodala with 3. And James Brown, the North Carolina commit, finishes with 16 points on the night. On the opposite side for the Faith Family Eagles, 21 of 55 from the floor. 6 of 19 from behind the arc for the team out of Oak Cliff, Texas. Lamont Hatfield finishes with 19 points. Dorian Onwuchekwu played but did not score tonight, Charlie. That is something we did not expect to say here at the Quincy Shootout. Jazz Henderson with 5. Tashim Gary finishes with 9. Isaac Williams, the high man for the Eagles tonight, with 20. And Davion Adkins finishes with 6 for Brandon Thomas's Faith Family Eagles.
Time to name our player of the game, presented by Edward Jones financial advisor Derek Harris. Financial investments are important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, parents, and mentors. Derek Harris, your Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why he's a proud sponsor of the player of the game on Central Illinois Sports. And Trey Johnson was the main man tonight for the squad from Link Academy. When they needed a basket, they went to Trey Johnson, and he continued to deliver in or out to his team's 69-59 victory. That's going to do it for this contest from the 2024 Quincy Shootout. We hope you'll join us in just a while on Central Illinois Sports as Quincy and Geneseo go head-to-head.